Good morning, campers! My name is Tofu, and today in we are going to be making sweetheart or Valentine's Day cards for our friends and our family. So before we get started with our activity, I wanted to answer a few questions since this week is Candyland themed. I am going to answer the questions. Number one, what is your favorite candy? And I would have to say that my favorite candies are the sweethearts that you get on Valentine's Day with the little messages on them. I like the taste of them. I like that they have little messages on them that you can give to people. They're like, "You're cute," or "I love you," and they're really sweet. I don't see how anyone could not like them, so those are my favorite candies. My second question is, if my house could be made out of any candy, what would it be? And this one is actually pretty difficult. But I would have to say that I would want my house to be made out of rock candy because, first of all, rock candy is really durable, and that means it can last a long time and it's strong. So I wouldn't want my house to be made out of anything that's gonna break. I want my house to be really strong, so rock candy is my answer for that one. Also, you can just pull off a little piece of the rock candy on your walls, nibble on it, have a little snack here and there. I think that's a really good idea. I might actually replace my walls with rock candy. I'll think about it. That's a good idea. Okay. Well, those are my questions, my answers to the questions. Now we are going to get started with our activity for the day. Like I mentioned before, we are going to be making cards for our friends and family, and we're doing this because I love Valentine's Day, and it makes me so sad that it only comes once a year. So I've decided that I don't need a holiday to send people cards and tell them how I feel about them. You can do this any day. It's summer, and we are writing Valentine's Day cards, but that's the fun of it. It's gonna be so fun, I promise. All you need is construction paper, a pen for writing your note, crayons. I have crayons today, but you could have markers or colored pencils or colored pens, whatever. We're just gonna be drawing a cover on the front of our letter. So whatever you prefer. And if you want to send this letter in the mail, you're going to need an envelope. This one's got a cute inside. Oh, it doesn't have to be a fancy envelope. It could be anything. And maybe a stamp. If you're going to take it to the post office, you can ask an adult in your household or ask them to take you to the post office to buy some stamps. They have some really fun patterns too. I have some that have tigers on them. And I like sending people things in the mail because they're like, "Ooh, a tiger stamp? How cool." And it sends money to the wildlife fund. So anyways, there are a lot of cool stamps out there. I encourage you to mail these out, get some experience writing and addressing envelopes, and send your loved ones some letters. And that's what we're gonna do today. So I'm going to start with my half construction paper. This is a full piece of construction paper. You can do this as well. Makes a card, but I'm going to do a half one, so it's a little mini card. And to fold it, we are going to line up these corners. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. So the corners were a little off. We lined them up. And now we are going to pull back with our finger. We're going to pinch right here. And then make a crease so that our card is folded. We have a front. We can write something on the inside. We are ready to go. So for my card, I am going to be writing a letter to my sister Yogi. I just want to tell her that I really love her and that I'm happy that she's my sister, and I love eating cereal with her. Just anything that makes you happy about them, any activity you love doing with them, it'll be nice to share that with them and send them a letter. So for the cover of my letter, I'm going to draw a bear, because Yogi Bear. Anyways, I think that's gonna be cute. and write her name on it so she knows it's for her. So we're gonna start by, let me tilt this down. Oh yeah, that's good. We are going to start by drawing a circle for the head. And you don't have to draw a bear on your card. It can be anything. You can draw a heart, you can draw a grass and sun scene, clouds in the background, you can draw a rainbow, anything. There are no rules to your card making right now. You can do anything you want and make it personal to the person you are addressing the letter to. I think that'd be a really nice thing for a person to get a letter in the mail and be like, oh my gosh, I love flowers, and she drew a flower on her card. That'd be nice. So now, it looks kind of like Mickey Mouse right now, but I did one big circle, 2 little circles on the top, 2 dots for eyes, and a little triangle in the middle of the big circle. Now I'm going to make a smile coming out of, my crayon just broke, coming out of the nose. Now he's smiling. So cute. And I'm going to give him a bow tie because I think he is well dressed and would, oh, that's really cute. Oh yeah. And maybe I'm gonna write Yogi at the bottom. That's my sister's name. And if you need help spelling, sometimes spelling's really hard. You can ask one of your siblings or an adult that's in the house with you, or you can just guess and sound it out, do your best. Whatever you are able to do right now, just go for it. And know that you're doing a really nice thing by making a little card. I put clouds on top, and maybe I'll do some grass at the bottom with green. But you can take your time with this, don't feel rushed. Take your time, think about what you want to draw, be creative with it. You can also write a card to yourself. Just make yourself a little drawing, that'd be kind of fun too. Yeah, whatever you want. So now that I have my cover done, I am going to move on to the inside of my card and write my letter. This is going to be done with a pen. I personally don't like writing in crayons. I think it's kind of difficult. So I'm going to be writing with a pen, and I'm going to start my letter by addressing the person that I am giving this letter to. So I'm going to say, Dear Yogi, comma. So instead of Yogi, you're going to put your person's name in this card. If you're sending it to your mom, you could say, Dear Mom, whatever you want. And next, I'm going to write a nice letter. Be kind with these letters and really express how you feel about these people. It could be really simple, like, you're pretty cool, or like, thank you so much for being there for me and being my friend. Whatever you feel in your heart, put it on paper. I think it's going to be really nice for this person to read this. So I'm going to write, I love eating cereal with you. That's one of my favorite things I love doing with my sister. We both love Honey Bunches of Oats. So we'll, any time of day, it could be breakfast, it could be before dinner, which probably isn't the best idea, but we can't help it. We love Honey Bunches of Oats. I love eating cereal with you. Thank you for being my best friend. All right, so now that we have written our letter, it can be longer than this, it can be shorter than this, it could be one word, whatever you think gets your point across, whatever you think is best for the person that you're writing this letter to, write it in there and then sign your name. You can put from your name or love or just a heart, whatever you want. I'm going to write love, comma, tofu. So to recap, dear, the person you're writing the letter to, your message, and then love, or from, or heart, your name at the bottom. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I scribbled a little bit because I didn't like the way my name looked, so I fixed my T. It's fine. I'm just gonna draw a little heart right here. Happy face, star, another star, happy face. It's fun. I think Yogi's gonna open this and be like, "Aw, thank you so much, Tofu." That's what I think she's gonna say, but we'll see. My card is complete. You can make 1,000,000 of these if you're bored and not doing much. I've been making these like crazy. I've been sending them in the mail, and I'll get calls from people saying, "Thank you so much for the card." I'm like, "Oh, you're welcome." Like, it's just how I feel, and I'm happy that I'm able to connect with you through something other than a phone. It's fun to get mail. I think it's fun to get mail. So you can make a big card, like I mentioned before. Big card, or a little one. That's what I made today. But feel free to do whatever you want with it. Make it your own, make it colorful, have fun with it, and send it in the mail if you can. So this is an envelope. Today we are going to be addressing an envelope and putting our name up top and our address, and then the person we're sending it to, their name and their address in the middle. So, top left, we're going to write Tofu, and then my street name and the number of my address, as well as the city, state, and zip code. So my name is Tofu. I'm gonna put that in the first line. Next line, right below Tofu, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. Candy Cane Lane. That's the number of my address and my street name. And on the last line, we are going to do my city, my state, and my zip code. If you need this information or don't know it, you can ask an adult or someone in your house, or you can look at the numbers outside your house. But my city is Rock Candy, California. So my city is Rock Candy. I put a comma, and then CA, capital CA is the abbreviation for California. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's my zip code. Now I'm going to write the person who I'm addressing this letter to. I'm gonna write their name and their address in the center right here, nice and big, so that the person who is delivering this mail knows who to give it to. I'm going to write Yogi's name in the center, first line. Next line, just like what I did up here, we're gonna write Yogi's address. 4, 5, 6 Gummy Bear Avenue. There's the number again and the street name. And Yogi lives in the same city as me, so I can do Rock Candy, California. Again, it's a capital CA for the abbreviation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't have any stamps with me, but if we were going to mail this out right now, we would put a stamp at the top right corner. I'll just draw a stamp just for fun. And you can get these at the post office. And you're probably going to, you can drop this off at the post office also. They have a little slot that you toss it in, and the mail person will pick it up and say, "Oh, this is going to Yogi at this address. I know exactly where that is." And they'll deliver it in a few days. So that'll be really fun to receive in the mail for Yogi. I'm going to put my card inside of this envelope. And you can lick it, or I'll just lick it. Sometimes it might be more sanitary to have a little cup of water and dip your finger in. But my envelope is sealed, and I'm ready to give this to Yogi. I think she's gonna really enjoy it, and she's gonna have fun opening it up and seeing the picture that I drew for her. This was really fun. I personally love art, and I love drawing, and I also love my friends and family, so this is a great activity that you can do anytime, anywhere, as long as you have some paper and a pen and maybe some colors. I hope that you enjoyed it and that you can continue to make cards for your loved ones and send them to them through the mail, or give them to your mom who you're living with, or your sister or your dad, whoever you want. I hope you enjoyed this activity, and I hope you tune in for Ty's sports activity tomorrow. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Thank you again. Send out your letters, have fun with it. Again, my name is Tofu, and I miss you all, and I hope you have fun. Bye!